which also leads us to the Spider-Man movie that's currently in theaters, which is Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm not going to get too into the plot details of this one because they have some major spoilers in Endgame. But basically, Peter Parker is going on a trip with his classmates to Europe, and apparently S.H.I.E.L.D. gets in contact with him, showing him that there's like these elemental monsters or whatever that are causing a bunch of ruckus. And like there's a Sandman, there's a water dude, there's a magma dude. It's like all sorts of crazy shit. And they team up with Mysterio to try to stop them. And yeah, everyone's loving this movie. I think it's actually joined the $1 billion club, which is a first for Marvel because now they have 3 movies in 1 year that made $1 billion. Captain Marvel made $1 billion. Avengers Endgame is now the highest grossing film of all time, beating Avatar. And now we have Spider-Man Far From Home making $1 billion as well, which is insane. And what I think of Spider-Man Far From Home? I thought it was okay. It was okay good. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't love it more. I don't know why I loved it. I don't know why I didn't love it as much as a lot of other people did. But I don't know. Something about the movie just kind of felt like not really grand. And I'm not saying be a big Spider-Man movie, but I mean like I don't know. It just kind of felt like another Marvel movie. Like I'd probably put this around the same. I'd probably put this around the same category as movies like, I don't know, Ant-Man or Iron Man 3 or whatever. It's just, or Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like, I liked it, but I didn't love it. I mean, maybe it was a little bit better than okay. I don't know, but overall, like, I was a little bit disappointed in it, but I can't understand why. Well, I was disappointed in one thing, and that was what they were doing with Mysterio. And look, I'm not a comic purist, and like you'll see what I mean when you see the film. But they kind of there's something that kind of comes out of nowhere with Mysterio, and I was hoping they wouldn't do this. It's like, oh God, really? But it's just no, they did it, and it's like, ah, shit, because it's like, ah, I don't know. It just comes out of nowhere. And it's just like. Well, now it does lead to a pretty creative scene, and they do give him a bit of screen time, but it's just like I just didn't feel like what they were doing with Mysterio was earned. If you catch my drift, I just didn't feel like it was very earned. I will say, and like also another issue I had was like when you see the elemental monsters and whatnot. I mean, again, it's just not really that investing because it's just a mindless blob of lava or a mindless blob of water or a mindless blob of sand. It's like, in what way am I supposed to get really invested in this? It's sort of like the whole rock monster villain trope. Have you noticed that a lot of movies or TV shows have like rock monsters as villains? It's just like, why do I give a shit? I don't really give a shit. It's just the same stuff. And that's basically, like, if it doesn't have a mind of its own, then I can't really get that invested. It's just, I don't know. There were some good elements about Spider-Man Far From Home, though. Of course, everyone gives a really good performance. There's some good laughs. Some of the action is pretty creative, especially this one scene. It was just like, whoa, this is weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a really weird scene where like, a bunch of shit is happening all at once. And it's like, whoa, this is strange. Like, that scene was pretty cool. And I will say, the mid-credit scene, oh my god. The end credit scene, I'm a little bit mixed on, because it's like, what is going on here? But the mid-credit scene, well, for one, it opens the door to something, to like, what are they going to do with Spider-Man in the MCU moving forward? Like, that was really cool. But there's something that appears in the mid-credit scene that I was not expecting, and when it happened, I was like, holy shit. Like, they actually did this? Like, it's so cool. I love it. I'm glad that this is now a thing in the MCU. You'll know what I mean when you see the film, and don't spoil it in the comments. Just tell me overall what you thought of the mid-credits scene, without any spoilers, and saying, "Oh man, that thing it was really cool," and I will know exactly what thing you're talking about. I thought it was so cool, but the end credits scene was very strange because, like, I don't know how I don't know what was going on during that scene because because it turns like when you watch the end credits scene for Spider-Man Far From Home, you see something that turns out to be something else, but it makes me go, wait, did this happen only in this movie, or was this going on throughout the entire MCU? Because if this was going on throughout the entire MCU, I'm pissed off now, because it feels very cheap and stupid. But if this was just in this film, it's still kind of on it, but at least it's not as offensive as it would be, like if it were in the entire MCU. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. But overall, I was a bit disappointed with Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't think it's as amazing as everyone says it is. I mean, it's all opinions. Like, if you love it, if you think it's great, you're no more right or wrong than me for thinking that. It's just for, like, and again, I like this movie. I thought it was okay good. Or like somewhere around that ballpark, but it wasn't the great film I was hoping it would be, so it's a little bit disappointing. But overall, I would recommend seeing Spider-Man Far From Home, especially if you want to see where Spider-Man's gonna probably go on further in the MCU, and especially for that mid-credits scene. Like, oh my god, that mid-credits scene was unbelievable. So yeah, there's that.